Once upon a time, in the bustling world of America's early 20th century, there lived a woman whose story was as incredible as it was inspiring. Her name was Madam C.J. Walker, and she wasn't just any ordinary woman. She was an African American entrepreneur whose journey from poverty to prosperity is the stuff legends are made of. Now, let me paint you a picture of Madam C.J. Walker's extraordinary life, filled with ups and downs. Born Sarah Breedlove on a chilly December day in 1867 in Delta, Louisiana, Madam C.J. Walker came into this world at a time when being born free as a black person was a rare blessing. Her parents, Owen and Minerva Anderson Breedlove, were former slaves turned sharecroppers, navigating the tumultuous waters of post-Civil War America. Young Sarah grew up in a world colored by economic hardship and racial tension. In the aftermath of the war, Louisiana was plagued by racial unrest, with groups like the Knights of the White Camellia spreading fear and terror among black communities. But despite the challenges, Sarah's parents shielded her as best they could, allowing her to experience moments of childhood joy amidst the chaos. Tragedy struck early in Sarah's life when both her parents passed away by the time she was 7 years old. Forced to live with her sister and an abusive brother-in-law, Sarah's childhood innocence was shattered. But she was resilient, and at the tender age of 14, she sought refuge in marriage, hoping to escape the hardships of her home. However, fate had other plans for Sarah. By the age of 20, she found herself widowed with a young daughter and penniless. Determined to carve out a better life for herself and her child, Sarah embarked on a journey to St. Louis, Missouri, where she hoped to find solace and opportunity amidst the bustling city streets. Life in St. Louis was tough, but Sarah persevered. She took on odd jobs as a laundress and cook, working tirelessly to make ends meet. It was during this time that she encountered her fair share of hardships, including a tumultuous marriage to her second husband, John Davis, marked by alleged abuse and strife. But Sarah was not one to be deterred by adversity. She continued to toil away, saving every penny she could to send her daughter to school in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yet, amidst the struggle, Sarah faced a new challenge, her own battle with hair loss. As a laundress, Sarah's hair suffered from exposure to harsh chemicals and lack of proper care. Determined to find a solution, she turned to a product called the Great Wonderful Hair Grower, created by another black female entrepreneur, Annie Turbo Malone. Inspired by the product's efficacy, Sarah became one of Malone's sales agents, eager to learn the secrets of hair care. Armed with newfound knowledge and a burning desire to succeed, Sarah set out to create her own line of hair products. In 1904, she moved to Denver, where she met and married her third husband, Charles Joseph Walker, and thus began her transformation into Madam C.J. Walker. With just $1.25 to her name and a dream in her heart, Madam C.J. Walker launched her own line of hair products, centered around her signature creation, Madam C.J. Walker's Wonderful Hair Grower. She embarked on a journey of entrepreneurship, selling her products door to door and teaching black women how to care for their hair with pride. But Madam C.J. Walker's ambitions didn't stop there. In 1910, she moved her operations to Indianapolis, Indiana, where she built a factory for her Walker Manufacturing Company. She established salons and beauty schools, empowering black women to take control of their beauty and their destinies. As her empire grew, so did her influence. Madam C.J. Walker became a symbol of black excellence in a world that often sought to marginalize and oppress people of color. She defied the odds, breaking barriers and paving the way for future generations of black entrepreneurs. But Madam C.J. Walker's legacy extends beyond business success. She was a champion of philanthropy and social justice, using her wealth and influence to uplift her community. From funding scholarships for African American students to advocating against lynching, she was a tireless advocate for change. In 1917, Madam C.J. Walker organized the Walker Hair Culturists Union of America Convention, a groundbreaking gathering that brought together black women in business from across the nation. It was a testament to her vision and her commitment to empowering others. Tragically, Madam C.J. Walker's life was cut short by kidney failure in 1919, but her legacy lives on. Her great-great-granddaughter, Alayla Bundles, continues to honor her ancestors' memory, ensuring that Madam C.J. Walker's story is never forgotten. In the years since her passing, Madam C.J. Walker's remarkable life has been immortalized in books, films, and television shows, including Netflix's Self-Made, starring Octavia Spencer. Her story serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration, reminding us that with hard work, determination, and a sprinkle of resilience, anything is possible. So the next time you find yourself facing a daunting challenge or a seemingly insurmountable obstacle, remember the story of Madam C.J. Walker. Remember the woman who defied the odds and dared to dream big. And remember that the path to success may not always be easy, but it is always worth pursuing.